Hi guys, Bob Adams, Agent Channel Manager here with 123Net. Today we're sitting down with Luke Ortel from Utility Telecom, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the 123Net experience. Luke, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do to help businesses.
So with Utility Telecom, I'm a business technology advisor, which means I represent a multitude of telecommunications and technology partners. One of them being 123Net, others the phone company, right, and all these different providers in the telecommunications space. About 100 of them now. And it's become a tough time for business leaders, IT professionals to choose what are the difference between these providers. What are the differences in features, price, support? And so I help business leaders determine which provider might be best for them, tell them the differences of each, and help them make informed decisions on those services.
As an agent advisor, how is working with 123Net a little bit different than other providers?
Well, when we're talking about the differences of the providers, I think it's important to talk about the customer experience. It starts with the sales team, right? It's just what you and I do. Typically, if I have a customer that's looking for an internet product, I ask them first for their address, for their details of speed that they're looking for. But I send that address over to you, and I know that you get that over to your engineers to take what we call a pre-qualification look, which involves, I believe, sort of a Google Maps, Google Earth type overhead view, looking at, okay, where is this customer site in relation to your network today, your splice points and your access. Is there a railroad in between them that would require permitting or advanced type of approvals? Is it going to be an aerial build or will it be a burial type build? So doing that up front to see what are the extra construction costs, what's the estimated timeline for a customer. It's completely different from working with the phone company. Just those couple things that we do, right? It seems logical, seems simple, but the phone company, typically I send them an address and they look at it and say, oh, this is in our territory, which could mean it's in Michigan, frankly, right? Which is a huge area, and they spit out, cookie cutter pricing. With 123Net, you're introduced right away to a live person, local here in Michigan. You have access to their 10-digit phone number whenever you need to call. And setting that expectation with the customer up front is important so that they know where to go for help. They understand when the build's going to be happening so they know of people that are coming out to do that work at their facility. And the phone company, I know, is notorious for that 9 to 5 window. Oh, hey, Bob, we're coming out Wednesday to install your server. Well, what time on Wednesday? Sometime between 9 and 5, right? And a lot of companies like to have their IT person there to meet with the installers, and that can get costly to have them there all day. So I know with 123Net, you would expect a call beforehand. It's as part of the standard process. This is before the technician leaves, they'll give a call to the person on site, let them know that they're on their way so that they have a specific window of time. I mean, these are just logical things, right, that we kind of laugh about before we were sitting down and talking here that some other companies haven't done. It seems like just logical. But
Why do you suggest 123Net products over other internet solutions?
But when we're talking about the difference of products, I like to talk about them in terms of the technical aspects, the bits and bytes of the internet. And I think that starts with just kind of a basic understanding of how internet traffic works. All your internet transmissions, whether you're using Zoom, whether you're using, just sending emails, are bits and bytes or packets of information. There's a big push today on bandwidth, speed, gig speeds now available in your area, but a lot of customers forget that there's other factors in the internet, which, one of them is that latency or that interval that it takes that signal to transfer. So 123Net with their products guarantees a latency of 30 milliseconds or under on average for your customer experience with that product. And that's part of the service level agreement, which we share with a lot of customers. Most internet products out there don't come with a service level agreement that ensures that type of interval. And then the other factor is what we call packet loss. So once again, within your service level agreement as a part of 123Net products, we guarantee 0.1% packet loss or less during your time as a customer. So just, those are a few factors that have been built in that aren't talked about a whole lot. We've all heard about gig speeds in your area, but How long is that transmission going to take, or are there going to be packets lost, or some other things that need to be considered? So, 123net's core internet products are their fiber and their fixed wireless, and both of those products ensure these same service level agreement standards.
What type of feedback do you get from your customers about the 123net experience?
Well, really, we've talked about some of the differences, right? And going back to that customer experience, that's so important. You have different teams, your support team, your sales team, that all contribute to that customer experience. And so, I've literally had customers say to me, we'd like to only work with 123net. They had a customer that tried out 123net at a couple sites, and they said, let's roll out 123net exclusively to all of our sites, because of that customer experience that they had. These customers have been used to years working with the phone company, long hold times, my bill's messed up, all those type of things that 123net has set a new standard for. And, kind of wrapping up our conversation today, I think if you take into factor all those different teams that we talked about, each of those levels of support has standards that they kind of live by to make the customer experience overall efficient.